Again, back live streaming on Twitch, and it has been a while. And I have, sorry for those few of you out there who have been kind of following my channel here. I have been spending several months trying to find something to capture my imagination and to play. I've kind of played around with maybe doing a Star Wars strategy game. I played around with doing a Zomboid game with my son. We did a couple of episodes with that, and I just have not found anything that captured my attention or my imagination until the Grand Tactician came out with the Whiskey and Lemonade DLC. And yes, this little scenario builder, this little role-playing opportunity was just too much for me to pass by. So I am going to go ahead and we're going to delve back in to the Grand Tactician Civil War. And obviously, I'm going to be playing with my famous character, Lucas Beauregard Duke. But hold on a minute, I got to get his name correct here. That's Lucas with a C, not Lucas with the K. This is not Luke Duke, this is Luke's ancestor, Lucas Beauregard Duke, the namesake of the world-famous Duke brothers from Hazzard County. And he lived back in the era of the Civil War, so we are going to have to create his little character here for the Whiskey and Lemonade DLC. So we have got the same portrait that we have for him here. Of course, we've got the famous flag that's on top of the General Lee, the battle flag of the Confederacy. We've got Lucas Beauregard Duke. His nickname, of course, is Beau. And we have got to start building his character here, and we've got to get moving into this little scenario. So we know that Lucas is definitely a native-born American, so let's go ahead and let's check that off. Move on to the next question. Now, I want to build his character as true as we can to what a moonshine running Hazzard County good old boy would be. Now, let's see. Now, did you participate in the previous conventional war fought by the United States, the Mexican-American War in 1846? Yes, Lucas would have been a very, very young man, probably 18 or 19 years old, during the Mexican-American War. And yes, he would have fought in that. In fact, from what I understand, there was a company of volunteer men from Hazzard County, Georgia, that were organized by the most famous man at the time in Hazzard County, the Commodore Hogg. And he organized these men to go to the Mexican-American War when Lucas was a very young man, just a teenager. And he fought under, let's see, yeah. So he did, he did volunteer to fight as a private soldier. He was, let's see, I was a junior officer, so he rose to the rank of a sergeant during the Mexican-American War. So we will go ahead and check that one there. Did you study at West Point to become a professional officer? Absolutely not. This was not something that a Duke boy would have done. He was a soldier, but he would have been a volunteer soldier, and he would have rose through the ranks through his own merit. Let's see. Did not like it there. The place clear with food who didn't like to think for themselves. Now, this would have probably been more like him. If he had probably been offered a commission or an opportunity to go to West Point after the Mexican-American War, he probably would have dropped out because that would not have been a place for him. So, yes, I did apply and got in, but did not finish my studies. I did not like it there. The place clearly was for people who didn't like to think for themselves. This would have absolutely been our Lucas Beauregard Duke right here. So we're going to go ahead and check that question. When the Civil War began, how did you get your commission? When there was a call for militia, I volunteered, and I was soon elected to command. When there was a call for militia, I used my personal prestige and money to organize and equip a company of soldiers. This is absolutely what we know that Luke, from our previous playthrough with the good old boys, this is absolutely what Lucas Beauregard did. He organized his own band of volunteers, and they did elect him as their leader. Okay, so this would have been his choice here. Which of the following best describes your motivation to fight in the Civil War? I want to protect the Constitution. I want to fight to defend my home, family, and loved ones. It's probably going to be this one right here. I want to experience new adventures and have an interesting career. I've always wanted to become a decorated war hero. Now, that probably would not apply to him. It's going to probably be one of these two here. I want to experience new adventure and have an interesting career. I think this is probably going to be more along the lines of why he would do this. If we know anything about the Duke boys, they love to go on adventures. They love to do exciting things. They love to get out and have a good scrap and a fight. So I think we're definitely going to have to go with that option there for Lucas. Okay, which of the following best portrays your reaction if during the war you were ordered to do something you thought controversial? This is going to be interesting here. I would keep my feelings to myself and carry out the orders. Nope, that's not Lucas. I would demand a written order before following it through. The one giving the order has a responsibility. I would object, explaining my moral dilemma. I would tell that person in question that he's full of it and should commit such humbug himself and then walk. Oh, that's absolutely a Duke boy right there. That's a Hazzard County Duke boy right there. Let's move on. How would you describe your relationship with religion? I don't think the Hazzard County Duke boys were overly religious. I think they did have a certain amount of respect for the traditions of their Christian family. My life is about serving a higher power. Probably not that. I will attend sermon regularly. Try to live. I am not religious per se, but try to live according to the ethical norms set in my society by the religious community. Yeah, that's definitely more in line with our moonshine running Duke boy. So let's go with that one there. If insulted by a fellow officer, how would you most likely react? Probably punch them in the nose. I would forgive them, blah, blah, blah. No, I would abstain from punching the rascal and offer a fine if it insults back at him instead. I think this would probably pertain more to our Lucas Duke here. So we're going to go with that question. Let's keep moving on here. Which of the following pastime activities do you enjoy the most? I enjoy running moonshine. Parties, wine, going out with my posse, and enjoying life to the fullest. Oh, that's really tempting right there. Social events where I can mingle with other people and reading books, sit by the creek for ages, watching. Ooh, let's see. Now that does sound something like what a Hazzard County Duke might do if they're out in the forest. Boy, I don't know if I want to go with this one or if I want to go with the party animal here. I don't know. I think the Duke boys like to party. I don't know. I may be wrong on this one, but I think that if the Duke boys had to choose between having a party at the Hoghead Saloon and just hanging out by themselves by the creek, I think they would definitely go for a party with Aunt Daisy Duke at the Hoghead Saloon. So we're going to have to go with that one there. How do you assume your best friends describe you to someone who does not know you? A quick-witted fellow, absolutely. Good manners and taste, fitting the nah. Good hard-working soldier, career, nah. I don't really care what somebody else's opinion. I wouldn't think that the Duke boys just don't care. The Hazzard County Dukes just don't care about what other people think, but I do think they are quick-witted fellows, so we're going to go with quick-witted. Which of the following is most important for an officer commanding men into battle? Ooh, this is a serious question. Okay, we got to get serious now. An officer must go through all the same hardships and dangers as any soldier in his unit. and maybe even more. Now that's absolutely what a Duke of Hazzard would have in his mind. A personal example to encourage the men, even if it compromises personal safety. No. Compassion toward fellow soldiers is most important. One shall not place them in unneeded danger or risk. Now that might be interesting right there. Administrative skill, however dull. Nope. Okay. So it's either going to be a officer who would not want to place his men in unneeded danger or risk, or an officer who is more than willing to go through all of the same hardships. Now I think we're going to have to go with A, because if there's anything that we know about the Duke boys is they were not afraid to risk themselves or to enter into any kind of danger. And if they're commanding men, they would expect those men to probably have the same mindset. So I think we're going to have to go with A there. Which of the following virtues do you excel at more than the others? Hunting, dangerous beasts, animals, and men alike, I have no fear. Interesting. Swordsmanship and horseback riding. Proper officer skill. It will inspire my subordinates. Planning, logistics, and handling complicated staff work. Probably not so much. Penmanship and handwriting, not so much. It's going to be between A and B. I don't think the Duke boys were really big on too much killing and hunting of animals and men, but now I think they did care about planning some of their heists and horse riding skills and working on the General Lee and their car. I think that all of that stuff would probably been inspired by this kind of ability that Lucas would have had 100 years before. So I think we're going to have to go with B for that one. Let's keep moving right along here. If confronted with disagreement among your peers, which of the following reactions describes you? I ignore the opposite opinion, as I know I'm always right. I remain calm and defend my point of view. That sounds like a Duke boy. Bickering is not worth it. I'd rather give in a bit and get along with others. I'm sure they will follow the example. That does sound like a Duke boy. I usually lose my temper and snap. Nope. This kind of sounds like a Duke boy here. He will end up trying to lead by an example and know that they'll come around to his point of view. I think we're going to have to go with C there. Which of the following do you enjoy the most? Impressing the others with epic stories. Absolutely. Solving puzzles. That might be interesting. Order and silence. Watching a fire. I could do it for hours on end. It soothes me. No. I think a Duke boy with all of the incredible stories that they have to tell, we're definitely going to have to go with impressing others with epic stories. Which of the following descriptions for Americanism, oh Lord, we're getting to politics here, is most accurate in your opinion? Well, I guess this is a fair question. This is a civil war. It's a civil war. It was kind of a cultural war almost between the North and the South. So we probably do need to get into some of these kinds of questions. Americanism is most accurate. It's about breaking shackles and universal equity among all men. Everyone should have equal opportunities no matter what their background. America should be a leader and a beacon of progress. It's all about the good old values and the freedom to forge your destiny the way you want. Ooh, that sounds a lot like something the Duke boys would care about. The divine destiny of America is... that doesn't sound like them. I think this C option probably sounds like the live, let live attitude of the Hazzard County Dukes of Hazzard. I think we're going to have to go with C there. Let's keep moving on here. Which of the following, in your opinion, is the main cause of this terrible ordeal? The American Civil War, the evil of slavery, plain and simple, and ending it for good. It's because of the southern states seizing federal property and attacking the United States garrison. I don't think either one of those would have been something that a southerner would have wanted to either see it that way, or if they did see it that way, that they would have been willing to admit to, at least. Let's keep looking here. It's about individual states' right to self-govern the way they see fit. Too much centralized political control doesn't properly take into account. It's about the federal government and the liberal radicals attacking the southern way of life, trying to force people to give up their God-given freedoms. It's probably going to have to be between one of these two down here. It's about individual rights. Probably C would probably, I would see that being more something that the people of Hazzard County would probably fall into. From what I could see from the television show, they did have some small farms. It was a very hilly country. Probably didn't have many cotton plantations in that area of the hilly land of Georgia. I doubt, I could be wrong, but I wouldn't think there would have been many slave owners in that hilly, mountainous area of Georgia, just from what I would imagine. So I think I'm probably going to have to go with C here. Let's keep moving on. Which of the following best describes the goals you have for your military career? I want to become an important and influential general admired by all. Now, what Hazzard County Duke boy wouldn't want to be admired by everybody? I want to serve my country proudly and, if need be, lay my life down for the benefit of others. I want to see the elephant. I want to have an interesting life full of adventure and see the world. Oh, that's definitely a Duke boy right there. If comparing a military career with other possible options, which of the following best describes its benefits? Ooh, the social events and the parties. It's a stable job with sufficient ways. Nah. You get to see the world and meet interesting people. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to have to go with that one there. The adventures and the excitement. Which of the following legendary Americans of recent times do you admire the most? John Brown, George Washington, very, very good. Andrew Jackson, worked hard to observe the Union. Zachary Taylor. Now, the during the Mexican-American War, Lucas would have served under Zachary Taylor, so Zachary Taylor would have definitely been a hero of his. So we're probably going to have to go with Zachary Taylor there. In your opinion, which of the following descriptions best fits the nature of contemporary warfare? Modern weapons have overwhelming firepower. It's almost impossible to overcome a well-prepared defensive position. I would agree with that. I would agree with maybe outflanking them or trying to maneuver around them. That's probably what a Duke boy would do. Oh, and here we go, right here. It's all about maneuvering around the enemy's flanks and to cut his lines of communications. That's definitely the kind of sneaky thing a Duke boy would want to do. Nothing has changed. It's still the well-drilled and disciplined line. Nope. War is nothing but a duel on a larger scale, a dynamically interaction of... That's just a little too esoteric for a Duke boy. I think option B is definitely what a Duke boy would do. He would try to use his wits. He would try to jump into General Lee and outmaneuver whoever's after him or whoever he is trying to outwit. So we're going to go with option B there. Your unit is advancing in open terrain and comes under fire from a well-covered position. The men refuse to advance. Well, because they're not fools, that's why. What would you do? I would order them to fix bayonets and quickly charge. I would order a screen of skirmishers forward to engage the enemy. Yes, that's probably what we would do here. I would fall back and find a way around the flank of the enemy. I would calm the men down and have them fire back. No, I think that we definitely want to accomplish our objective, but we want to do it circumspectly instead of just charging bayonets and fixing bayonets and charging in and getting ourselves massacred. I think a Duke boy would definitely try to be a little more circumspect with the way that he does it and the way that he wants his men to do it. So we would definitely go with option B. A group of volunteers with overdue contracts refuse to fight. When your unit is just about to join the battle, what would you do? Well, if they haven't been paid and their contracts are overdue, I don't think that we really have a right to force them to fight. A Duke boy would not do that. Keep them under guard and prosecute them for desertion after the battle. Would not do that. As all your soldiers are needed in battle, appoint the men without weapons to a regiment of their home state. If they don't want to fight, let it be so. I would probably say, well, we would go ahead and take the weapons and just let them go, or appoint them to a regiment of their home state. And if they don't want to fight, that's up to them. I think a Duke boy would probably go with option B. So that's what we'll go with. What is the most important role for cavalry in the modern war? Oh, everybody that knows me and has seen my playthrough with this game knows exactly what I like to do with cavalry. I like to charge cavalry into wavering enemy lines and break them. What other real, these other things are needful for cavalry, but the most important thing you could possibly do, in my opinion, with cavalry is breaking wavering enemy lines or hitting them in the flank and breaking them. So we would absolutely go with option B right there. Communications to your commander are lost and an overwhelming enemy force is moving your way. What would you do? Well, we're not going to stand and fight to the last man. Order your deputy to lead the battle while you personally ride to find the commander. No, we wouldn't do that. Prepare to fight a delaying action to avoid high casualties. We're not going to charge the enemy. We're probably going to have to do the smart thing and do a delaying action, so we'll go with option C. You are ordered to hold a line, but in front of you there's even better ground. What would you do? Orders are orders. That doesn't sound like a Duke boy. Immediately send skirmishers and engineers to inspect the terrain, and a courier to propose relocating. Absolutely. Take the initiative and move your unit forward to cover the ground. Now, that might sound like something a Duke boy would do, but remember now, Duke boys are very clever, and were always more than willing to go consult with Uncle Jesse before they did anything too outlandish. I'm still leaning toward B. Ride yourself to see your commander and propose him deploying further forces in front. I think this right here, option B, is something that a Duke boy would do. We're going to go with option B. You're advancing to flank an enemy position, but the men are dead tired. Well, if the men are exhausted, there's no point in us trying to flank an enemy because we're not going to be effective anyway. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to order a forced march in that situation. Make sure you will reach the flank with fresh troops. Better to engage with rested troops, even if the enemy has time to refuse the flank. That might probably be more true. I might be willing to do C. I mean, I know the men are tired, but we have an opportunity here. We have an opportunity here, and if they are willing to do it with me, if they're willing to really bite down on the opportunity, even as tired as they are, I think it's something that we all need to do. And I think that letting the men help decide such a situation is something that a Duke boy would do. So we're going to go with option C there. Which of the following qualities is most important to an officer? Authority, as one needs to make men follow orders. Personal example. The ability to think outside the box and not be predictable in battle. The ability to quickly make decisions. Wow, this is these are interesting questions. What would What would a Duke of Hazzard most likely go by? These bottom three, I would thinking outside the box and not be predictable. That sounds definitely like something that a wily Duke boy would be into. We're going to go with C there as well. Which of the following qualities in an army is most important in winning wars? The fighting spirit of the men, unity of command, tactical skills. Amateur study tactics, professional study supply trains and lines of communication. I think tactical skills are definitely the way to go. Unity of command would also be very important. Allowing people to take initiatives. Which one of these two here would be most important? I think B is more of an overall, because we're talking about an army here. We're not talking about individual units. I think B is probably the best answer because that gives you the more initiative at every level of the army. I think that's probably the most valuable option. I'm going to go with that. Which of the following tactical principles is most important? The use of interior lines to quickly shift point of main effort. Economic use of force. Always have a reserve. Prudent maneuvering, consolidating lines, logistical nodes. Surprise and violence of action are fulsome multipliers that allow even an underdog to prevail. Prudent maneuvering, economic use of force. Being able to defeat the enemy one piece at a time. Man, all of these are good. They're all so good. Which would be, I think, taking into account the communication and the logistics. Oh, man. Keep the men alive, fight another day. Defeating an enemy one piece at a time. If you could do this right here, nothing, that would probably be the most important thing to do. I would go with option A here. If I had to just choose the most efficient option. This is the final question, and you will soon be in combat. If you could do only one of the following before marching out with your unit, what would it be? I would gather the men and say some inspirational words. I would go to my home church and confess my sins. I would throw an unforgettable party with my friends. I would spend the time with my family and loved ones. I mean, how can you not choose D? I mean, I think we don't have any choice but to choose D there. That definitely sounds like something a Duke boy would want to do. He would want to spend a little time with Uncle Jesse and Aunt Daisy May. See all of his cousins and all of his friends back in Hazzard County. So we're going to go with option D. Questionnaire has been finished. Okay, what do I do now? I don't want to start over. Option D. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, well, we're going to sign up. All right, now I really hope this game goes well with the live streaming, my live streaming style of playing here. From a couple of little test runs that I have previously done, there's a lot of dead time in this scenario, in this DLC, because I'm not really in control of everything. I'm only in control of my little unit. So I can't make things happen. I can't make the armies march. I can't control everything on the strategy map. So there's probably just going to be a lot of me just advancing the time as fast as I can and trying to narrate and not let it be too boring while we're between battles. So the only time I'm really in control of anything, at least early in the game, is whenever we're actually in the middle of a battle. So I'm just going to have to hope that plays well with my live streaming style of playing, because as anybody that has ever followed me on my live stream and on my YouTube channel, I don't really do any editing. So okay, we're going to move on past that. Let's exit the video. Okay, so I get my command appointed. I definitely want a Georgia unit. This is going to be our good old boy Hazzard County Volunteers. So we've got the 7th Georgia Infantry of 1,000 men. So we're definitely going to go with the 7th Georgia Infantry, the Hazzard County Volunteers. They're going to be part of the Army of the Shenandoah. So we're going to select them. Let's continue. Let's get on out of these videos here. And we're on pause right now. Let me go to my unit. Let's take a look at our unit here. And I need to probably do some renaming. So we are the 7th Georgia Regiment, part of Bartow's 2nd Brigade of the Army of Shenandoah under Joseph E. Johnson's command currently. So let's pull up our unit here. So let's give these guys their proper name. This is the good old boys, Hazzard County Volunteers, and the good old boys. Let's see, let's get to our proper uniform here. We are from the hill country of North Georgia, so that would probably be us. We would probably have some butternut, and we probably have let's see, go with the pale. We'll go with some darker. Let's go with some darker pants. So we'll go with the butternut tunic and hat and the dark trousers. That's what we want to go with. Good old boys, here we are. We are part of the Army of the Shenandoah under the command of Joseph E. Johnson. And Lucas has been given a field commission. Since he is the elected leader of this regiment, he has been given a field commission of lieutenant colonel. Okay, let's look at Lucas here. All right, so we've got his flag there, that we recognize that Confederate battle flag from the top of the General Lee. He is a contrarian. He's outrageous. He's a party animal, and he is a little reckless. So yeah, that absolutely does sound like him. Now we've got a little bit of money. We've already got 101 in prestige. Let's see what we can get with our money here. We want to probably get a pair of binoculars. And that's going to be all that we can afford right now. Okay. It's a pair of binoculars. Do I even get a weapon? I don't even have a real weapon on me yet. A specialty weapon anyway. A personal weapon. I'm sure I'll have the weapons that were given, would have been assigned to me when he joined the Army. But his personal weapons that he personally purchases with his own money, we haven't gotten any kind of specialty weapons yet. Let's look at our headquarters here. We probably need an adjutant. This will give us 9.4 on the initiative. This is Lieutenant Arthur P. Bagby. Let's definitely go ahead and get him. Do I have enough to get him? I need 144 prestige to get him. I don't have enough prestige right now. I only have 100 prestige, so I don't have any companions or anybody in my retina yet. Any retainers or anything like that, and we certainly don't have enough prestige to get any of these cards, any of these perk cards. So we're just going to have to start out as a lieutenant colonel with no experience yet. So let's get the ball rolling here. And again, I can't control anything right now at this point in the game. I am just a junior officer in the Army of the Shenandoah. I'm going to get time moving along here. So we've got our new command. You're in command of a single unit which is attached to a higher headquarters. And that gives a little bit of the instructions about how to move along here. So go ahead and continue on that. A little update there of our status. Disaster at Wilmington. Looks like some other battles have been going on. I'm going to zoom out so we can kind of see some of the other armies and corps as they move around. It looks like we've got some movement over here in Western Virginia. Don't really have much movement in Central and North Central Virginia. It looks like there is about to be a battle over here in this area with Porterfield's division. We still don't have any movement of the Army of the Shenandoah. We are in, where are we? We are at Harper's Ferry, it looks like. So again, there's nothing I can do to speed this up. All I can do is just speed up the game clock. It looks like there's a little movement down here on the peninsula. Department of Norfolk is joining up the Army of the Peninsula. It looks like they're moving down to Fort Monroe down there. Still nothing going on in North Central Virginia. I'm going to speed this up to 50 speed. I don't see any movement going on yet. The Federals are just gathered around Washington, D.C. They are not doing anything yet. We're in June 1861. We have gotten into June, the middle of June. It looks like things did not go well down on the peninsula. We did lose that battle down there. We're still in the middle of June, 1861. Nothing is going on around the Potomac River right now. There is some stuff, looks like, happening around Grafton. We did lose the battle down on the peninsula. Looks like the men are beginning to get a little bit bored. I do have a little bit of money. Let me slow this down. Looks like I've gotten paid. Let me go into my unit here and see if I can at least afford a weapon. I can't afford a sword. Well, can I at least afford a pistol? I can't afford a pistol yet. Let's wait till our next payday and see if we can get a better quality weapon. Letters of marque. So the Army of Shenandoah is still sitting at Harper's Ferry. There's been really no movement of the Federals. Oh, we got some movement here. Hold on. We've got some movement. It looks like in the Manassas area, which is out of our area, our zone of control. Oh my goodness. We've got 17,000 men. Let's see how that battle is going. They've got double our number of troops. The battle looks like it's leaning in favor of the Federals here. Now, in the historical battle, the Confederacy won this battle when this happened, or the equivalent of this battle. So we're going to have to see how it goes this time. It looks like the Federals have shown up with a lot more units than they did in historically. So this very well may go the way of the Federals here. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the clock and let's just see how the battle plays out. Looks like it's definitely leaning toward the Federals. The Federals are probably going to win that battle if I had to guess. But, you know, Army of the Shenandoah still not doing much up here. Yep, disaster at Manassas Junction. The Confederate... Oh, looks like we're on the move now. We are responding to that battle that was just lost down in Central Virginia. It looks like the Army of the Shenandoah is moving. in reaction to that. We don't look like we're in great position here. We've got 12,000 men. No, wait, we've got 13,000 men. So we are part of the Army of the South. We're joining up with the Army of the South under General Lee. So we will be under his overall command. We will be fighting against the army of Irvin McDowell. And it looks like the numbers are relatively even. So here we go. This is going to be our very first battle with the Hazzard County Volunteers in the Civil War. So I am going to try and be very, very careful with this regiment. Even though these Hazzard County boys are very brave, this is their first battle, so they're going to be very green. I'm going to have to be careful and not take too many crazy chances with them and get them out of position, try to do some crazy flanking maneuver that might isolate them. I need to just try to follow my orders, let the men get through this first battle without anything too crazy happening to them, without taking too many losses. Let's get this first battle under our belt before we really start trying to take too many chances with these men. Because remember, all of these men, we know these men. These are our friends. These are men that we grew up with back in Hazzard County, Georgia. They know us and they trust us. So, okay, they are near Leesburg. We do get to fight a defensive battle, which is wonderful. Now, I have some problems with the way the AI does these battles now, and I don't have any control over it this early in the game. All I have is this one little regiment of 1,000 men that I'm in control of. There's nothing I can do about some of the crazy things that the AI does. So let's get the time ticking. So here I am, part of Bartow's brigade here. Here's my commander, Francis C. Bartow. He's a colonel, and he's got these 3 regiments and some guns as part of his brigade. So he wants us to defend this bridge here, and he's already told me where to. He's already positioned me here, so I've already gained a little bit of prestige just by being where I'm supposed to be. All right, so it looks like he's got us behind the line. Let me look at we are firing long range. I thought we had a 3rd regiment in this brigade. I guess we don't. How many men does he have? He's got 2,000 men in the brigade. Okay, so he's got around 1,000 men in my brigade, and we've got William Gardner is commanding the other brigade in this, the other regiment in this brigade. I'm sorry. So we are defending the right flank of the creek. It looks like where are the Federals at? The Federals are coming in up there. They're probably going to come along this road. I really feel like we need to be across the river, and we need to be defending the objective here. I would think that we need to be setting up probably need to be up on this fence line up here. Maybe on this creek might be where we would want to set up, but I'm not in command. I am at the mercy of my superior officer's orders. I can take the initiative to a certain extent, but I will be isolating my men, and their morale will begin to go down. Like, I could tell my men to start marching, and I could march up here and try and defend this creek here, but my unit would be exposed, and the morale of my men would begin to deteriorate, because they would feel very isolated out there away from the commander. So I've got to take all those kinds of things into account. I can't just do my own thing, at least not at this point. Now, once I get some more prestige and I become more well known within the Army, that will open up opportunities for me to make suggestions, and I will be able to influence more of the placement of the units and things like that. But right now, I don't have any power to do any of those sorts of things. So I am just waiting on orders. Yeah, he wants me to stay where I am, so that's what we're going to do. We're waiting on the Federals to do something. So right now, the best thing for me to do is to just follow my orders unless I see an opportunity. And I'm going to go ahead and speed this up while we wait for the Federals to come on in. I don't see the value of this position that we're in right here. But I can't do anything about it right now. I feel like we would probably be better served to be over here. But, you know, maybe my commander has some information that I'm not privy to. I have to take that into consideration. I have to assume that he has a good reason for having us over here in this forest on the wrong side of the river. We'll just have to see. I wonder if I can make a suggestion for us to move across the river over by the objective. I wonder if I can't even make that suggestion right now. I would want to get right here behind this fence line is where I would want to be. But I don't even have enough prestige to make a suggestion right now. Well, I feel like we're totally out of position, but what do I know? Okay, I'm fixing to slow it down a little bit as the Federals start coming into view. It looks like the cavalry is going out to try and engage these guys. I really wish our entire army would move up here in this little bottleneck and try and catch them in this bottleneck. This is where we should be. This is where Lucas Beauregard Duke would be telling his commander we ought to be right now. The entire army should be there. But, you know, that's the frustration of being in the army, especially when you're a junior officer. That's one thing I like about this little scenario is this is the kind of stuff that happen. Even when you see a mistake being made, there's often nothing that you can do about it. See, he's got the cavalry up here isolated, and they're fixing to get overwhelmed, and there's nothing any of the rest of the army back here can do about it. So now it looks like these brigades and these divisions are now trying to rush forward to help, but it's too late now. The position is lost. We should have already been up there. But now everybody's moving and everybody's in confusion, and it's we're out of position now. So there's going to be a lot of unnecessary lives lost because of this. So should I come back this direction or should I come up this way? I think I'm going to start moving my brigade. I'm going to start moving my regiment. I'm going to try and get closer to this bridge over here because I think we need to start moving that direction. My commanding officer can get on to me if he wants to, but I think we need to start moving that way. Okay, here I'm starting to get an order here. I request you support the 4th Brigade as a reserve deployed to the unit's immediate rear. So he wants me to go. Yep, he does want me to cross the bridge. So I was already on my way to doing that, so I'm already one step ahead of him. So I want to get over here and first of all, let's just get across the bridge and get into the designated area. It's just a lot of confusion going on out here. This army should have either been deployed, all of us should have been deployed along here behind some barricades, or we should have been deployed up here at the bottleneck. I can't, it's too late for me to complain now. I just need to try and follow my orders and get into position. Okay, Lucas, move your boys over here, Lucas. Move your boys over here. Once I get into the square, I will have achieved my goal of following his orders. We did get a little more prestige from that. Now, where is the rest of our brigade going? I need to make sure I don't get too far away. Okay, they're coming across the bridge as well. Okay, Lucas, let's... okay, he wants us to probably get up here on this fence line. Lucas, get your boys up to that fence line right there, please. Move up to that fence line. Get behind that fence. Get your boys behind that fence. Are we long range? Are we set up for long range? Yes, we are long range firing. I probably want to send out some skirmishers too. Okay, we're on the fence. Let me send out my skirmishers. See if we can cause any kind of mischief with our skirmishers here. Maybe we can harass somebody's flank with our skirmishers. What time is it? It's... Okay, now I have noticed a bug in this game. If your skirmishers are out at end of day, then you can never get them back. I probably better draw them back in. I don't want to lose them. Bring your skirmishers back. We'll use them tomorrow. I don't want to lose them because of the end of day event. So let's just keep our skirmishers in. I'm going to stay close to the rest of my brigade. I don't want to get too far out. Victory conditions are pretty even right now. I'm not happy with the way this battle is being done. I don't think we should be out attacking them. I think we should be back behind barricades waiting on them to attack us. But I'm not the one in command, so I don't have control over that. See, I would not be doing this right. I would not be doing this stuff right here. Keep the men back behind the fence lines. Build some barricades. Force them to come into our fire. Conserve our energy. Conserve the strength of our troops. All we're doing is tiring our men out. And we're exposing them to unnecessary death and destruction out here. This unit's already breaking. Unnecessary loss of life here. But that's the frustration of being a junior officer. I'm gonna keep my men behind this fence in a defensive position, guarding the left flank over here. If I see a federal unit that is getting isolated, I may go after them, but we're almost at end of day anyway. The sun is going down, so I don't want to... there's no sense in me risking any of my men getting killed when we're about to end the day anyway, so... we're back here in reserve. We're in a good defensive position. We are winning the battle, but I think that we're taking unnecessary losses that we should not have to be taking right now. I don't agree with this little skirmish out here. I don't think this is a necessary skirmish to take when we've got these nice fences that we could be behind right now. I would not have these men out in the open out here just trading blows with the Federals. Those men look like they're they're tired. What condition are these guys in? There's a fence line up here. I'm going to move my men up to this fence line. For no other reason than I hate to see my compatriots getting hurt over there. I don't know why they're not behind this fence. They're just out in the middle of this field. Come on, boys. Let's get up to that fence. Let's do the double quick. Get up to that fence, boys. Hurry up. Guard that left flank. Okay, and he wanted me to move there anyway. Looks like he was on to what I was doing and agreed with it. So we are behind a fence line. He wants me to go ahead and engage at will. So he likes what I'm doing. He likes what I'm doing. I think I made him happy right there. We are behind the fence, and we do have end of day. Okay. And I did gain some prestige from that little maneuver. I have lost 5 men so far, though. Okay. Looks like everybody is in the same position. Where is my unit at? Where are the good old boys at? Well, I'm going to have to... Where are we? Okay, we're back here again. Okay, we've been moved back kind of in the area that we were in before. Let me just get the time rolling and see what my superior officer wants me to do. Haven't gotten my orders yet. Have not gotten my orders yet. Looks like we're still fighting over the same field, though. I really wish these guys would just fall back behind the fence and let them come at us, and let's just shoot them down as they cross that field. But where's the rest of our brigade at? We're all over in this area over here. I think I would really much rather have my boys behind this fence. I'm going to move my boys behind the fence. Okay, get behind that fence, boys. Get behind that fence. It looks like those guys are about to rout, so we need to get in that position. Also, I want you guys firing long range. It looks like they're about to rout, these guys, these detachments. Let's get behind that fence. Hurry up, boys. Get behind that fence. Okay. And we're also guarding the gun as well. Go long range, boys. Go long range. Yeah, that unit just routed there, that detachment. I'm going to go ahead, since we're early in the day now, I'm going to go ahead and send out my skirmishers. And I want my skirmishers to kind of loop around to the left here. And maybe harass somebody in their flank. So one thing some Hazzard County boys ought to have is they ought to have some good skirmishing capabilities. Alright, we've got 70 skirmishers. You boys continue to skirt around to the left, please. The main regiment is going to stay on this fence line right here. Yeah, these guys need to get out of that field. They really need to get out of that field. They have no cover. I don't know why they're out in the middle of that field. Okay, boys, keep skirting around. See if you can harass somebody, please. We are inflicting casualties. We are inflicting some casualties. And we are forcing them to remaneuver to deal with our skirmishers. Okay, boys, just keep moving. Keep forcing them to remaneuver. So we're dealing with the 2nd Brigade of Northeastern Virginia there. Union guys, they are... Yeah, we're harassing them. We are harassing them. We're forcing them to march along the field there. Good work, skirmishers. Good work. We haven't lost any men. Okay, I'm going to have to move. Orient yourself that way, boys. Orient yourself that way, please. We're about to get overrun here because nobody is in good position. It's just bad positioning all around here. I got to remind myself that I cannot win these battles. Oh, my guys are already starting to get worried. I'm going to have to back them off. Back off to this fence line, boys. They're getting nervous. My skirmishers are doing well, though. Skirmishers, you back off as well. Don't want my unit to break. They're getting nervous because they're isolated up there. Everybody else has already broken and ran. Come on, boys. Just stay together, and back off. Come on, boys. Back on out of there. Back on out of there, boys. Let me try to do a little rallying here. Come on back to this fence line, boys. They are nervous. My skirmishers are keeping these two units. Skirmishers just keep backing out. Keep them maneuvering out in the open field. I don't know why the rest of our army is not in position. We're about to give up the objective to these guys. This is just inexcusable in my opinion. Completely inexcusable. Yeah, the boys are getting nervous. We've got a lot of guys routing around us. Okay, skirmishers, get up there and hit those guys in the flank, please. We are getting some prestige from this. I really need the rest of this army to get up to this fence line and help us out. Skirmishers are doing a good job, though. Can I influence anybody? Can I get anybody up here to help me? I've got 155 prestige, but I can't spend that much prestige this early in the game. I can't win this battle on my own. What I've got to do is try and make sure that I keep my men together and that we don't break. I'm gonna have to keep rallying here. Keep rallying them. The skirmishers are doing wonderful. The skirmishers are hitting these guys. They're trying to re-maneuver. We've already killed 100 of those guys. Okay, skirmishers, back on out, skirmishers. They're trying to face you. Meanwhile, the main regiment is still nervous. Where's the rest of our brigade at? There's our brigade commander right there. Come on, guys. Just get back here and get behind this fence and let's set up a line. Oh. what a disaster. Why are the men, why is half our army on the wrong side of the river? Why are you guys sitting back here not doing anything? Get on this fence line. Get up here. Get on this fence line. So annoying. Those guys don't know if they want to come after my skirmishers or if they want to. Okay. Get on up there and hit them again, skirmishers. They're showing you their flank. Get on up there and hit them. Okay, boys, back off. Back off now. We hit them, and back off. How are we doing back over here on the main line? My boys are nervous. They are very nervous. They're right between stable and nervous. I really need to get them back under control. I do not want to break here. My skirmishers are keeping this little regiment here occupied. They've got a lot of power coming. Okay, I'm going to try to hold this fence line. But the battle is definitely swinging in the direction of the Federals here. Those guys are keeping us at bay. Yeah, they're guarding the flank over here. I don't really want to approach them with my skirmishers. These guys are breaking. 13th Virginia. Come on, boys. Just get back here and get behind the fence, please. We pretty much lost this battle when we did not hold this position up here. This is where we should have held, right here. When we surrendered that land, that position to them, that's pretty much when we lost this battle. Those guys are laying down. Okay, get up there and hit them, skirmishers. Get up there and hit them. Hit them in the flank. Some Hazzard County boys right here. Hit them in the flank, boys. Oh, they're lining up on us. Okay, back out, boys. Back out. I don't want to get them too exposed over there. Okay, we're about to break that unit, right? We're about to break that regiment right there. Come on, boys. Hang in there. Hang in there. Okay, we broke one. We broke one regiment from this fence line. That's wonderful. Maybe we can take out the 38th New York as well. They're fixing to come into range. If we could have just gotten everybody on this fence line, that would have saved the battle for us. We're the only guys on the fence line. Come on, boys. Hold the line. Hold the line, boys. How are my skirmishers doing? We're definitely getting some prestige from this fight. Come on, boys. Hold that fence line. Hold that fence line. If we can break one more unit, one more regiment, I'm going to say that's enough, and I'm going to back my boys out of this because I'm not going to try and defeat this whole army with my one little regiment. All I want to do is break this one regiment right here, and I'm backing my boys out. Nobody else is helping us. I'm not going to sacrifice my boys for nothing. I do want to at least take out two enemy regiments, though. This will be our second regiment if we could break these guys. They're just standing there, and yeah, we're about to break them. We're about to break them. This has swung the battle back in our favor here. Our little stand on this fence line. Where are my skirmishers? Skirmishers, get back up here and hit these boys. Hold the line, boys. Hold the line. Okay, that's the second unit they broke. Okay, boys, I want y'all to lay down. Lay down. Rest in place. Stay where you are. Rest in place. Skirmishers are hitting that unit in the rear. Wonderful. Keep firing into their rear, boys. Keep firing into their rear. We're going to help break this brigade, this regiment as well. I think we just snatched victory from the jaws of defeat here. Come on, boys. Keep pouring it into them. What is that? That's the 2nd Vermont. They are taking some losses. I've only lost 3 men in that. Keep firing at them, boys. Keep firing at them. We're literally firing into their rear. If they were a little more nervous, I'd be willing to do a bayonet charge into their back. But these guys are very stable. To have skirmishers firing into the rear of their line, they're not even shaking right now. I may have to get the Hazzard County boys over here to face them. Okay, boys, stand up. You've got guys coming toward your flank over here. Stand up, boys. What are y'all doing? Are y'all charging? Well, that didn't work. I don't know what I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I thought I was on my regiment, but I was on my skirmishers. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to have to stand the regiment up. And I'm going to have to bring the regiment over here to face these guys. Can y'all get behind that fence line right there? You're about to get flanked. Thanks for the help, guys. Getting no help from any of these guys back here. Oh, we just got hit. We're getting hit with artillery. Are y'all even firing at them? I'm going to have to try and take over this unit. Guys, help us out. Come on. Line up. Fire. I had to pay a lot of prestige to take over that regiment right there. Come on, Hazzard County Volunteers. Let's move, boys. Come on. That pretty much took all of my prestige that I won in this battle to get these guys to help me. Okay, boys, advance and help. That second Vermont is tough. They haven't lost any men. Okay, they're losing men now. We're about to break them. Where's Lucas at? I can't click on anything all of a sudden. Hold on. We've got some kind of bug going on here. I took control of this other unit and now I can't click on anything. I think I've got a glitch going on here. I noticed that in my dry run that I did a couple of days ago. Whenever I take command of another unit, it kind of freezes up the UI and I can't do anything. I literally can't do anything right now. I can't control my units. We've definitely got a bug of some sort here. And I'm helpless now. I can't maneuver anybody. I can't control anybody. I can't get control of this unit. I have no options at all here. Well, I don't know how to get out of this. Let me see if I can force something to release. I don't know what to do to get control of the screen again. Well, I'm totally locked out here. I wonder if I can save. Let me try to save and continue and reload. Let me try that. Let's see. Maybe that will. I wonder if I can reload a battle. I don't know if I can, but I'm completely locked up here. I guess I'm gonna have to try here. Let's try to reload. Let's see what happens. Sorry about that. But I did notice that little bug in a dry run, where whenever I use my influence to take over another unit, I suddenly can't do anything anymore. And I just hope that this loads back to the same point in the battle. If it doesn't, boy, it's gonna almost be untenable. I can't really play the game like that. That's a playthrough destroying bug right there. That absolutely has to be fixed for someone to be able to play the game. Okay, I think we are back in the same point of the battle. Let me see if I can get some response from the. Okay, it looks like I am getting response now. Okay, so I do have response to the game. So good news there. Let's get time rolling back along. All right, so he wants me to defend this location. So that won't be hard to do at all, that's pretty much what we're doing already anyway. I'm going to remaneuver over here into this little corner. That'll get me into the shaded area, and that will give us some prestige. I think we are going to manage to win this battle, though. It's a shame that I had to spend some of my prestige to take over another regiment, but it had to be done. It had to be done. All right, let's get in a more defensible position here. Let's get back behind this railroad track. I'm going to move both of these regiments that are under my influence back behind the. I think that we will get some protection from that railroad track. Maybe. Yes, okay. Okay, we do get some fencing from the railroad track. We're going to hold this position. We still have control of the objective, but I'm going to let all of these other regiments protect the objective. That's where they should all be. They should all be there. I'm going to worry about the left flank. We're going to speed this up a little bit. So we've got Gibbon here. Colonel Gibbon is kind of following my lead right now. I had to spend a lot of influence for him to kind of follow my lead here. So he is kind of falling in with me and cooperating with me. Took a lot of my prestige and influence, though, to get that to happen. All right, we're going to hold this position. This is what my commanding officer wants us to do. I'm going to speed up the time of this battle. And hopefully get my units back to where they're not so nervous anymore. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the good old boys back over here to this fence. This fence line where we were. Y'all get back over there, boys. On that fence line. And we're going to let Gardner, we're going to let Gibbons. Gibbons is going to protect that angle, and the good old boys are going to protect this angle over here with the fence. I may need to go ahead and send out some skirmishers also. I do see some isolated artillery pieces that our skirmishers could be useful against. Come on, boys, get behind that fence now. All right, Gibbons, go ahead and have your boys lay down. Gibbons, why don't you send out some skirmishers as well? Okay, boys, get lined up behind that fence. And then I want you to lay down. Gibbons, send your skirmishers against that gun there. Duke, why don't you send out some skirmishers also? Let's start trying to take over some of these artillery pieces. Looks like the battle has swung back into the Federals' favor. We're going to have to try and influence this battle somehow. Come on, boys. Take out that gun, please. Take out that gun, boys. That's making the Federals respond. They are definitely advancing now that we're hitting that gun. They're not too happy about that. Okay, Gibbons. Okay, go ahead and back your skirmishers off, Gibbons. Back your boys out of there. The good old boy skirmishers are still in a good position. Why aren't these guys doing anything? Please help us. Please help. Why are you just standing there? They're not fire. Okay, they are finally firing. They're firing into each other. They're interfering with each other's field of fire, but oh, it's so annoying. This is so annoying. Okay, good old boys, stay down for now. Skirmishers keep firing into their flanks. Okay, good old boys, stand up. Come over here to the railroad track, please. Gibbons, stand your boys up. God, those guys are just out there in the middle of nowhere. Gibbons, bring your boys over here. Bring your boys over here, Gibbons. They're coming right at us. Gibbons, back your skirmishers off. I'm getting no help from anybody. Good old boys, I need you firing long range, please. Skirmishers keep skirting around to the right. Gibbons, are your boys long range? Yeah, your boys are long range. That's good. Gibbons is hitting them in the flank really well. Oh, our skirmishers just broke. That's a fresh regiment, too. That is a fresh Federal regiment. They are winded, though. Come on, boys. Pour it into them. Pour it into them, boys. I really need some skirmishers. I can't send my skirmishers out. All right, Gibbons. Keep pouring it into them, Gibbons. Okay, Gibbons, back your skirmishers off. They're lining up on you. Boy, they are lining up on us right here. Boys are standing firm, though. Stand firm, boys. Stand firm. I'm going to have to try and take over another regiment, it looks like. I'm not getting any help from anybody. Gardner, you got to come help me. Gardner, get up here. We're taking losses. We are taking losses. Okay, boys, back off. Back off. Back off, boys. Back off. Back off. Gardner, go long range, please. Orient yourself that way. Gibbons is doing wonderful. Gibbons is doing wonderful. Okay, the good old boys are backing off. We've lost 98 men. Dang. I'm fixing to back off behind some of these other guys and let them fight. Gardner, move up behind Gibbons, please. Why are y'all crossing the... What are you doing? We're the only ones fighting. Gibbons is doing good. Gardner is doing well. Okay, Gibbons, I'm going to start backing you out. Gibbons, start backing out. Good old boys, keep backing out. Backing you out as well. Gardner, hold the line. Gardner, start backing out. It looks like the rest of my army is fleeing. Is that a ford there? Can we cross the river there? No, that is not a ford. He wants us to keep defending this area. Gardner, back out of there. Back out, Gardner. Really need some of you other guys to help me here. I don't know, I'm not too impressed with my commanding officers and their maneuvering of the army. We could have definitely won this battle if we had all been positioned at this bottleneck to catch them when they were coming, when they were exposed in this open area coming through the bottleneck. We could have also all lined up along these fence lines and the railroad, made a stand there. We could have really hurt them. I think I demonstrated with the 3 little regiments that I ended up influencing that could have been done. That would have been the best second option. But it looks like they're going to squeak out a victory here. And there's nobody to blame but my commanding officers. I am not happy with their. It looks like we're getting ready to retreat. So I've got to worry about getting my men out of here. In fact, we're not going to get left high and dry. I'm going to start moving my men toward this bridge. Actually, is there another way out of here? We may have to start backing up toward this bridge over here. I'm going to have to start backing my men out of here. I'm not going to let my men get killed. For a lost cause here. Because it looks like my compatriots have given up. It looks like they've given up. Where's my immediate commanding officer? He's way back here. Okay, I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up toward him. We do have a fence line over here that we can get to. I'm going to try to get my boys to that fence line. Gibbons, can you get there? Gibbons, get your boys back here to the fence. Come on, Gibbons. Come join us. Gardner, move your boys a little bit further down the fence line. I'm gonna put Lucas where you are on the fence line. Gibbons, I want you to get back here. You're about to break on me. Just retreat, Gibbons. Retreat. Just get out of there. He broke. That was just too much for his boys to take. They were left completely isolated out in that field by themselves. We just lost 20 prestige because of that rout. It looks like Gardner is still sticking with me, though. Me and Gardner kind of teamed up here to try and save our men as best we can. We've both lost a pretty good number of men. I've lost 98 men, which is way more than I was wanting to lose. Gardner just has missed muskets. It's been a complete failure of the Confederate leadership and superior officers here. No excuse for that. No excuse for losing this battle. Okay, Gardner. Orient yourself like that, Gardner, please. Okay, it looks like they've only got 2 regiments coming our way. We should be able to fight them off from this fence line. They've got the 4th Michigan, and who is the other? What is this other regiment? Gardner's in better shape than we are. All right, I'm gonna have to move the good old boys up to help him. Get on out there, boys. Try to help him. And fire long range. Why are you not firing long range? Okay. Well, they can't say that we did not do our part in this battle. We've already routed at least 3 regiments. This will be probably the 4th. If we can rout these guys, that would be the 4th regiment 4th and 5th regiment that we will have routed. If this battle is lost, it's not going to be because of the Hazzard County Volunteers. Come on, boys. Pour it into them. Hit that flank. We're running low on ammunition here. Okay, we just routed the 4th Michigan. This is the 4th Pennsylvania. Let's see if we can get these boys out of here. That's almost a full regiment, though. They've got their backs to us for some reason. Yeah, they're breaking. They're breaking. Hurry up and break them, boys. You got some guys coming up behind you now. Gardner, how you doing? Gardner's doing okay. I got to worry about what's going on back here. Okay. Hazzard County volunteers, put your attention over here, please. They're out of ammunition, so we ought to be able to bully them a little bit. Okay, I can't get too drawn in that direction. Boys, get on back to this fence line. Get back to the fence line, boys. They're coming in on you. Alright, I'm fixing to start backing out of here, trying to get across the river. The rest of the army is gone. There's no sense in us continuing to be here. Okay, boys, try to get over here to the river crossing. Start marching, boys, start marching. The rest of the army just abandoned us. Just completely abandoned us. We could have won that battle. We absolutely could have won that battle. That was an inexcusable loss. Not happy with my immediate commander. I'm not happy with the overall commander in that battle. I am very unhappy officer right now. And I imagine that Gardner is too. And I don't know what happened to... Where did he go? Where is my... Take objective. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You want me to go take that objective? How about the rest of the army trying to help us take the objective? Well, there's Bartow there. He's hung with us. Looks like my regiment is pretty much the only thing left of his command. And Gardner has fallen in with us. Who is his commander? Okay, he is also he's my regiment mate. So he is actually... So pretty much Gardner has pretty much just started taking orders from me instead of Bartow. Pretty much. Me and Gardner put our heads together and said, no, we're just going to have to start doing this our way, pretty much. And Bartow's just kind of following along now. But he wants us to go up here and take the objective back. Pal, I think we're well beyond that now. We are well beyond that. That is not going to be happening. All me and Gardner care about now is keeping not letting any more of our men get killed. Each one of us has lost about 100 men in our regiments. We're not going to lose any more men for this lost battle, pal. That's just not going to happen. Unless something really major and dramatic happens with the rest of the army and they do something really good over here, I'm not risking any more of my men. I'm not risking any more of my men. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. As the rest of the battle plays out, let's just see if the Confederate army can do anything. I think the battle is lost. Terrible maneuvering, terrible decisions made, terrible decision making, terrible tactical skills, I would say. I think me and Gardner are lucky that we got out of this with only having lost 100 men each. The Georgia boys have got their spot. We're going to hold our spot. We tried to make a fight of it on this little fence line here and the railroad. We tried to fight them off. We did swing the battle back our direction at one point, but the rest of the army just did not help us out. Now they're getting annihilated over here. They're out of position. They're just not fighting a good battle. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster. I could maybe try to pick off, what's he got there? That's the 4th Pennsylvania. They've just that's too much power right there. Too much power. They'll probably put some canister shot into us with these artillery batteries if we try to come at them. I don't know. Maybe if the rest of the army can help us, maybe join in with us over here, form up on us, maybe we can make one last push. I'm not going to make a push with just me and Gardner. Okay. Yeah, we're about to break. The morale of the army is completely gone. My boys are upset. Gardner's boys are upset. The whole army is upset. Yeah, we've been defeated. Okay, well, we're not off to an auspicious, we're off to an inauspicious start here. Don't have much good to say about the AI, the leadership of the Confederate upper command right now. But I will say that I'm happy with the way me and my fellow Georgian commander did with our 2 little regiments. We put up a good fight over here. We routed several other Federal regiments, but we just did not get any cohesive help from any of the rest of the Confederate Army. So I don't know. I hope none of this is held against us. I hope this loss isn't held against me and Gardner. We'll just have to see how the politics plays out, but I think we acquitted ourselves well. We did gain a good little bit of prestige from this battle. There's no reason why we should have lost that many men. We should have won that battle. But there's nothing that I can do about it. There's nothing I can do. Confederate minor defeat. Loss in national morale. And I had to spend a lot of my prestige and influence to take over those other 2 regiments just to try and get something accomplished. All right, well, yep, we lost that battle. We might as well go ahead and get time rolling along here. Let me look at my character. I am not very far along the way of getting promoted to colonel. I would have to have at least 1.1 thousand of prestige, and I'm about a third of the way there. I would have probably had well over 600 prestige if I had not had to spend it to try to survive that battle as well as we did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Let's zoom out the camera here. That's our army that we're in right there. Things are not going well for the Confederacy. I'm going to speed up time. Yeah, we're still in the same area. More disasters, more. Well, I'll tell you what, if that battle was any indication of our Confederate upper command, I don't have a whole lot of hope for the Confederacy, is all I can say. Don't have a whole lot of optimism here. Just going to speed up time. We're well into July now. We are still around the Harper's Ferry area, but the Federals are pretty much just running roughshod all up down the Shenandoah Valley, all down into West Virginia. They're probably about to take over West Virginia, and we've been ordered to march to the west. So we're currently in Winchester. It looks like we do have an enemy approaching. Who is this approaching us? That's a division. We have 9,000 men. They have about 7,000 men. We're currently trying to take Winchester back, it looks like. Why are we retreating? Why are we retreating from these guys? Okay, we are going to fight a battle here. I can't... Why can't I do an assault? Don't know what just happened there. The army of the Shenandoah disintegrates. Really? Oh my God. Disaster at Harper's Ferry. Our entire army disintegrated. So we are now part of the Army of the South, it looks like. Where are we? We may not exist anymore if our army completely disintegrated. There's the Army of the Shenandoah. Yeah, we're dispersed right now. We can't do anything right now. I'm just going to let time tick along here. Looks like we retreated back to Fredericksburg. We're going to probably reform in Fredericksburg. What a disaster. I am down to 866 men, and I am awaiting my orders. Confederacy calls for volunteers. All right, let's see if we are able to. Okay, looks like we're heading back to the west. Looks like we're heading back to the west again. Have we reformed? Yeah, we are reformed. Bartow is still my commanding officer. Down to 886 men. Okay, well, we're getting back together. Looks like we're trying to head back to the west here. I don't know much good we're going to do, especially with the way that last battle went. Got 9,000 men. The Army of the Potomac has, so we've got close to 30,000 men here. We're doing a siege combat. Don't know why. Especially seeing as they outnumber us. I don't know why we would put them under siege when they outnumber us. I just don't understand what my commanders are doing here. Okay, let's see. Can we go into combat now? It is leaning in our favor, but the numbers are pretty even. They may actually outnumber us by just a little bit. I'm just going to speed this up and see what happens. Broken ribs. You received a severe blow to your chest during combat. Okay. I am wounded here. Yep, I am wounded. Let's see now. I don't like this gray coat. I want... Oh, I don't have enough money. Can I get a different hat? Yeah, I would definitely want to have a brown hat like that. Okay. Can we do a battle yet? Oh, we can't. It is going in our favor, though. Looks like the battle is going our way so far until somebody makes a stupid mistake, I would imagine. While being outrageous is nothing special to you, your ignorance toward religion has not gone unnoticed. Most officers in your unit are religious people and very unhappy about your way of living. This causes further friction. Yikes. Alright, we did win a victory there at Manassas Station. We needed a victory. I think that's the first victory that the South has even had. We did get some prestige out of that. We are still wounded, though. Let's take a look at our unit. We're down 47 men. I am wounded. Let's see here now. I don't have... Do I have any... Am I able to get an adjutant yet? Yes, I had to spend a little of my prestige to get an adjutant, but he is going to help me with my initiative and the order delays. So that's going to help us in battle. Army of the Shenandoah has marched back over to the Shenandoah Valley. And it looks like we are going to have another battle. We have about double the numbers. We're fighting against Winfield Scott. Let's see how this battle goes. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to command or not because Lucas is wounded. We're just going to have to see. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday today. Yeah, we have almost twice the number of men. This should be in our favor, but they are going to be on the defensive as well, so we're going to have to attack them. And I don't have a lot of confidence in my commanders, I gotta say. Not after that last battle we fought. Johnson is a great soldier, but he has an unfortunate knack of getting himself shot. We are attacking. There's the objective way down there, and we're coming in way up here. We got a long way to go. They have, looks like they've got some, what is that? Yeah, they've got some barricades up. We have to go through them to get to the objective. I wonder if there's a way we can skirt around them and get to that objective. They are in the best possible place to put up a defense. Okay. My boys are unstable. I'm going to get my boys on the road soon here. Well, we're not even on the road. What? We can't even get to the road. Is there a ford right there that we can... No, we're on the wrong side of the river, and we have no way of getting across the river to the road. So we might as well just start marching. He wants me to get all the way to the objective. Okay, fine. Well, it would have been nice if you could have started us off on the right side of the river where we were on the road. Okay, this is bad. This isn't looking good for us. Let me see if I can get my boys in a marching column. I can't. Okay. Well, I'm going to speed this up full speed because we're literally going to be marching overland through the mountains and the forests. And we're going to be exhausted by the time we get wherever we're trying to get to. We just need to get up to this road up here at the Baldassery Farm is where we got to get to. Terrible, terrible unit placement. Terrible. Okay, it looks like he wants us to get to this area now. Okay, boys, just get up here to the road, please. Just get up to the road. Keep marching, boys. Keep marching. Just try to go around these guys, please. Just go around these guys. Deploy to engage. Get to the road, please. Where does he want us to go? I'm not sure. They are moving up to intercept us at the Willow Garden Church, it looks like. We keep getting mixed up with these other regiments here. Okay. Let's keep moving, boys. Keep moving. Terrible maneuvering with this army. Everybody is winded, out of position. Okay, boys, just get up here to the objective. And we'll take stock once we get there. We'll get a little prestige from completing our orders. Everybody's exhausted. All of the regiments are tired. And they're in a pretty good defensive position. We're attacking piecemeal, of course. I am not going to send my men into some stupid piecemeal attack. No, I'm not going to do it. Boys, come on up the road a little bit further. coming up that road. Okay, let's swing out through this field out here, and let's see if we can loop around these guys. Now, we are unstable because we're kind of isolated from everybody. Where is my commander at, my immediate commander? He's way over there. Okay, boys, keep moving around this direction. Keep skirting around them to the left, boys. We're very isolated. This may be a big mistake that I'm making here. I would like to get to the objective, though. Wait a minute. We've got some guys heading to the objective, it looks like. Okay, we've already taken the objective, so that's good news. I don't have to worry about that anymore. All right. So, I guess what I need to do is get over toward where my commander is. Where is he? He is there. Okay, he's way over here. All right, I'm out of position. Let's deploy skirmishers and start easing our way back closer to our brigade where we're supposed to be. What's right there? Okay, I'm going to slow this down a little bit. My boys are nervous and unstable, but I think that we can take on that little regiment right there. We're hitting them in the flank, so get up there. Get up there and hit them in the flank, boys. Hit them in the flank. Yep, hit them in the flank. Hit them in the flank, boys. Hit them in the flank. That worked well. I think we're about to rout that unit. That's the 23rd Pennsylvania. We routed them. Now there's the 20th Pennsylvania right over there. I think we might want to skirt around. Well, where's everybody going? Why is nobody helping us? Okay, they're forming up on us now, so we got to back off. We got to back off. Where? Okay, apparently he wants me back there for some reason, so we're going to start making our way that direction. Okay, just come on back here to the objective area. Why, I don't know. There's no value to this area, but that's where he wants me, so I'm going to obey his orders and get a little prestige from it. Okay. The men are reasonably well rested. It is getting into the evening time. The sun is going down. The objective is under Confederate control, but I don't know what these guys are doing over here. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to speed up time. Let me find a good spot to plant my men. Is there a fence line that I can put them behind? I think this is probably well enough. We are behind some sort of a fence. I'm going to go ahead and speed up time and let this day go ahead and end. The sun is going down. And let's see how we're set up next tomorrow. I really wish Stonewall Jackson would take over the Army of the Shenandoah. I think I would much rather be under his command than under Beauregard Johnson's command. I'm not happy with the way Beauregard is setting up these and maneuvering. Not happy with it at all. I think Jackson would do a better job. Alright, we're getting on into 8 o'clock at night. It should be end of day any second now. Looks like we've got some Confederates coming in on their flank back here. Yeah, we have end of day now. Okay, I don't get this arrangement. I don't see what we're trying to accomplish here. I think we should really be over on the objective, but I'm not in command, so. The Army of the Shenandoah is under attack by the enemy. My brigade is on the march to support our boys. Take your regiment and move to the stated position as quickly as possible. Well, I was already there. Why was I moved to begin with? Okay, well, let's get up there, boys. Let's just get there. Let's just get up there as quickly as we can. Gonna speed this up while we march. While we were repositioned in the middle of the night, I will never know. Okay, now he wants us to move here. Okay, that's fine. I'm right there anyway, so. Alright, we achieved that. Now what's going on in the bigger picture here? Are they attacking us? Well, let's definitely go long range here. And I like to get my boys behind a fence line, so I don't know. I'm going to stay where I'm at for the time being. Let my boys rest. They're disrupted and they're tired, so I'm going to speed up time as everybody remaneuvers. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And let's see what the Federals do. What's going on up here? Why are y'all doing a piecemeal attack? The battle's moving in the Federals' direction because this piecemeal attack up here is turning into a disaster. They should be. Why are we attacking them? We're supposed to be on the defensive. We don't need to be out wasting our boys' lives chasing these guys around mountains and forests. They should be attacking us, not us attacking them. We're going to give the battle to them. Oh, where is Stonewall Jackson? I need Stonewall Jackson to take over this army, please. My boys are not happy, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. Okay, it looks like the line is back here. I'm going to keep my boys in this tree line. They're going to end up taking the objective. Why did we give up that objective? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand Johnson's leadership style here. I don't think Stonewall Jackson would have done that. Well, this is that part of the game where I can't do anything. I'm just kind of waiting on something to happen. So I've got the timer going as fast as it will go down here. I can't make it go any faster, and I'm not in control of anything that's happening. The Federals are not attacking. We're not attacking. I can't make anything happen here. I have my unit where they're supposed to be, where I am ordered to have them. The victory ticker is definitely in our favor. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so I really need something to happen here. This is where trying to do something like this in a live stream may not be the most conducive. But we're just going to have to see how this works out. I mean, I guess I could send out some skirmishers and see if I could maybe dupe them into something. Okay, skirmishers, move out this way, please. Skirmishers are unstable also. Keep skirting around, skirmishers. Maybe I can hit somebody in their flank with my skirmishers. Okay, skirmishers back out of there. Okay, it looks like the line has moved up. The Confederate line has moved up. So nothing's happening. Nobody's doing anything. They're not attacking us. We're not attacking them. And we're already at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so it is getting toward evening time. Is there anything else I can do with some skirmishers here? They've got all of their artillery protected. I can't really get to it with my skirmishers. We're coming toward evening time. Maybe something different will be done after end of day. It's just a hurry up and wait situation here. Six o'clock in the evening. Let's see, let me look at some of my stats here. Okay, so my fame is unknown. My initiative is cautious. My leadership is backward. I'm an incapable administrator. My cunning is foreseeable. I do have pre-war experience, so apparently I'm not looking too good right now. But I thought we did pretty good in that first battle, even though we did lose the battle. I think our regiment did very well. But I can't make this game. I can't make the AI do anything here. It's a little frustrating. Okay, we finally got end of day. Maybe something more interesting will happen after this end of day event. It looks like they've backed up closer to the objective. I really don't like them being that close to the objective. We had units there. We should have. They're going to end up winning this battle because we've completely surrendered the objective to them. I don't think Stonewall Jackson would have done that. Now everybody's tired. I don't know why. I don't have any orders right now. I'm just speeding this up. All right. Your reputation as overly reckless officer has taken hold of the men. They fear you will lead them to a certain pointless death in this battle. Now, I don't know where that would get us from because I've certainly not been reckless with the men. But nevertheless, that's where we are. It looks like we are beginning to head up the road. Do I have orders yet? All right, I want... All right, boys, why don't y'all just head up this way? We're going to try and skirt around them on their right flank if we can. I'm going to try to come around the other side of the mountain and maybe get to the objective if nothing else. I want that objective to be protected. Okay, boys, see if you can get through the forest and the mountain here. Okay, he wants me to deploy way over there. That's nowhere near where I was actually heading. Well, that's too far away. I can't get there. I do see an isolated artillery unit over here. I don't know, I don't know if my men can take being that exposed. The battle's beginning to turn. I can't take a risk on getting too far away from the rest of the army. As much as I want to go protect that objective, I think my men will end up routing if I do that. I need to stay near the rest of the army so the men will feel supported. Come on, boys. Keep working your way around. Let's keep skirting our way over to the main line where our commanding officer wants us to be. That should be him right there. Yeah, that's him. Let's get over in his area where we'll be closer to him. Keep skirting around, boys. Keep skirting around. And let's get up on this barricade. Looks like he's got a nice little barricade. That's exactly where I would want my men to be. So let's get up on that fence line, boys. All right, we got a little well, hold on. Why is everybody leaving all of a sudden? What? Why did you leave? Okay, orient yourself that way, boys. All right. Let's get in the middle of this fence line. I don't like... Everybody keeps backing off and getting away. Just... And go long range, please. Where are you going? Gardner, what are you doing? Alright, I'm going to have to take over. Gardner, get back up on this line up here. Get back up here and help me. I think it's going to come down to me and Gardner once again holding the line somewhere while everybody else abandons us. I don't know what the rest of the army is doing back here. Okay, I can't. Gardner, can you send out skirmishers? Yes. And Gardner, get your men firing long range, please. I've lost 45 men. Gardner's lost a lot of men. All right, we're gonna have to bayonet charge this detachment. Alright, boys, come get back behind the barricade. We did manage to break that little detachment there. Where is the rest of the army? What's the rest of the army doing? The Federals are just sitting back, and our army is just sitting back. No, I don't know. I'm going to speed this back on up again. There's just nothing that I can control here. Where is our commanding officer? Why are you going back that way, Bartow? Bartow, get back up here. Well, once again, it's me and Gardner, and everybody else is pulled back. I'm going to start pulling us back because I don't know what the rest of the army's doing, and I don't want us to just be hung out to dry. So Gardner, you and me, let's pull back. Let's find a reasonably safe place to get. Okay, we are fenced here. We have some protection, so I think we can stay here. The rest of the army is just wearing themselves out, marching around in the forest to no specific strategic or tactical meaning to what they're doing. I don't know why they're way over here. Why we're not getting ourselves around to the objective and protecting it, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm going to stop trying to figure it out, and I'm just going to try to keep my men alive here. I've got this thing going as fast as it will go. All the Federals have to do is just go back here and take this objective, and they win the battle. I don't know why they haven't already done that. I don't know why we haven't skirted around and taken it. But anyway, I've got time ticking at 20 times speed. And we're already up to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so we did get a little bit of prestige out of this battle, but I don't know. My commander is just not giving me opportunities to do anything meaningful. We're just sitting here. It's 5 o'clock, so it's fixing to be end of day here soon. I mean, if I had enough prestige, I could take over a few more regiments or brigades, and I could launch out and try and make sure that we secure the objective. We could probably maybe force our way down this road here, and then maybe skirt around and catch the road on this side and get to the objective, and we're in position to make sure the Federals don't take it away from us. But I think they're going to just end up moving in on the objective tomorrow, and they're going to win this battle. And my commander just doesn't seem to care. The Confederate Army doesn't seem to care one way or the other. All right, it's coming up on 8 o'clock at night. We should be having end of day here soon. I apologize for just a lot of time that nothing is going on. I think they really need to work on that. Okay, here we go. Okay, the battle is swinging our way. Where's my commander at? Okay, so there we are, where there's our little brigade over here. Fine, I'm just going to move closer to the rest of the brigade, get where we should be. Line up with the rest of the brigade. Line up over here by Gardner. Oh, actually, this is Gardner over here. Okay, let's bring Gardner over. We are actually with the commander. Gardner, you come on over too. And once again, the rest of the army is completely exhausted from just moving around in the forest and the mountains. I've got a good mind for me and Gardner to skirt around the enemy and go take the objective. I have a good mind to do that. You know what? We're doing it. Gardner, let's you and me start skirting around to the right here. Everybody else is just backing completely off. Gardner, let's keep skirting around to the right. Let's try to get across this creek here without exhausting our men too badly. Okay, he's well rested, we're well rested. Let's get across the creek. Alright, so that wore us out a little bit. We're going to have to let the men rest a little bit here. And I'm going to try and catch the road up here. What's he got in that? He's got two. We may can hit that cavalry unit that's just sitting there. Gardner, keep skirting around to the right. Duke, keep skirting around to the right. Gardner, go ahead and send out some skirmishers as well. No. Keep skirting around to the right. Who is that? Right? Is that our commander? Gardner, keep skirting to the right. Duke, keep skirting to the right, please. Skirmishers, skirt around to the right. Gardner's men are well rested now. Duke's men are well rested. We're fixing to hit that cavalry unit. Okay, skirmishers. Oh, let me slow this down just a little bit. Skirmishers, attack the cavalry. Gardner, attack the cavalry. Duke, attack the cavalry. Okay, everybody back off. Let's not get too drawn in there. All right, now let's start heading up the road toward the objective. We're going to have to skirt around this roadway here. Yeah, everybody just come back on up this way. He wants me to go back that way. I'm not doing that. I'm disobeying that order. Disobeying that order. I think that's a stupid order. I'm not obeying that stupid order. We're securing the objective. I think they see what we're doing. They're trying to hit us with some artillery. Okay, let's skirt around. Try and get the objective, please. Skirmishers lead the way. Gardner, follow your skirmishers. Duke, you pull up the rear with the good old boys. Skirmishers keep moving. Gardner's getting tired. I'm going to have to let him rest. Rest in place where you are, Gardner. Good old boys, you take the lead. I got to let Gardner rest. Gardner, move along a little bit further. Skirmishers, move a little bit further along. Duke, get in these trees. Gardner, keep moving. Skirmishers, get in that tree line. Duke, get on in front of the objective. Gardner, get to the tree line. Okay, now that shook them up a little bit. That's kind of causing some consternation with the Union and the Federals. What are the Confederates aren't trying to take advantage of the situation at all. At least now the Federals just can't move on top of the objective and win the battle because of that. Okay, now you boys just lay down. Gardner, just keep backing up. No, Gardner, come on over here, Gardner. No, oh, really? Okay, fine. Now his men are really going to be tired now, so just lay your men down, Gardner. Okay, well, they're not just going to walk over and take the objective now, so we've got that taken care of. It's already about 7 o'clock at night. It took us all day to get our boys over on top of the objective to at least secure that, so we don't have to worry about the objective getting stolen away from us. Even I don't know what the rest of the army's doing. They're not doing anything useful. So we're just going to sit on top of this objective and make sure that we win the battle because of that, if nothing else. Okay, I don't know what's going on with him. We've got the men laying down, so they should not be losing any more men. They are shelling us, but the shelling is ineffective, so I'm not too worried about that. So I think we will win this battle probably that may have saved the battle for us, because I'm pretty sure that the Federals were just gonna plop down on top of the objective the next day. Michelle wants to know if we're coming today. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're just waiting on time to pass here. The Confederates, for some reason, are trying to make sure Rocky Top is protected, but of course. Oh, I've got a concussion. Yeah, looks like Lucas has a concussion here. Let's move Lucas. Let's move these. Who is that right there? Now that's weird. Let's move them up there. And then I'm going to have them lay down. Okay, boys, y'all lay back down again. They're laying down. Okay, just stay on top of that objective. The battle is moving in our direction for no other reason than we've been keeping this objective here. Now he does want me to move up there. That's suicide. There's no reason to move up there. That's not going to achieve anything for us. We're going to stay right here. I'm not obeying that stupid order. We're going to stay right here on the objective, and they can attack us, okay? Which they're fixing to do. Hold on, let me slow this down. Okay. Let's send out some skirmishers after that guy. Gardner. Go get him. They may be trying to bait us out into a bad position here. Okay, we routed them. That's good. Okay, back up, Gardner. Back up. Skirmishers, come around over there. Lucas, can you send out some skirmishers? Yeah, let's get some skirmishers out from Lucas. Go attack those. Hit those batteries, please. The battle is definitely swinging in our favor. I don't know what his skirmishers are doing. Just come back here, please. Okay, Gardner, you're just going to have to charge those guys. Give them the bayonet, boys. Give them the cold steel. Okay, good old boys, y'all move up. That's weird. What's going... What? Just bayonet them, Gardner. Just give them the bayonet. Okay, we broke them that time. Gardner, you're going to have to charge those guys too. Give them the bayonet. Okay, I think the Union may be done. I think the Union is done. Let's just not get too far away from the objective. Gardner, you might as well go on over there and make our commanding officer happy. Let's continue to protect the objective. I think we have won the battle. No thanks to the rest of the army. No thanks to the rest of the army. Alright, I'm going to speed this up. should get some prestige from sending Gardner into the... Yep, we got that. Now, Gardner, get on back over here to the objective. To the real objective. I don't know why our commander cared about that little crop patch, but he did. But let's get back over here to where the important stuff is. It looks like the Union is trying to get formed up here. So let's get our boys organized. Let's get the good old boys and Gardner lined up here to support each other. Let's send out some... Let's send those guys out to the flank, and let's send you boys out to the flank. If they do come after us, we'll be ready for them. I think the battle is just about over, though. Let's make sure everybody's firing long range. Long range, please. Yes. Y'all go ahead and lay down also. Take a rest, boys. Take a rest. Okay, it's only 11:50 in the afternoon. We may have to make it all the way to another end of day here. The Confederate Army's just not doing anything. They're hanging out on the side of this mountain. They're not doing anything meaningful at all to help us to win the battle, to do anything that promotes the battle. They're not doing anything that's meaningful. So we're just going to speed up time here. I think we did manage to save the battle, though, by protecting the objective, Banjo Creek. Even in spite of our commander, who has pretty much been useless. Pennsylvania there. There's the 9th Pennsylvania and the 13th Pennsylvania. Gardner is down 164 men. I'm down 89 men. We could probably assault those guys and maybe rout them, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the losses that we would take. If we had some support from other units, we could do it. But it's not worth it. It's not worth the price we would have to pay. We're going to win this battle, so let me just be patient. Let the time run out. They're running out of time to take the objective. So this is probably going to be the last day of the battle, I would think. Their morale should really start suffering. The Union morale should really suffer if they haven't managed to take this objective. This is day 5. So if they haven't taken the objective after 5 days, they're going to have to get on out of here. And unfortunately, I can't make it go any faster. I would say that that's my only real complaint about this DLC is the AI just not doing anything. The AI just sitting there and freezing, basically. And anything that it does do is it's not meaningful. It's not meaningful toward winning the battle. It's not meaningful toward defending a position or doing something useful. There's no point in getting on the Wiseman's farm. The Wiseman's farm is not important to this battle. What's important is this creek here, Banjo Creek. That's the objective. That's what we need to be defending and attacking. The rest of the Confederate Army should be sweeping these guys from the field, doing something but they're not doing anything. So I don't know what I think about this. I don't know. I'm going to finish this battle, and that will be about 3 hours of play here. This will be 2 battles. I'm just waiting on the battle to end, and then I will end the stream at that point. See where we are with our little character here. We've got 277 prestige. We've got a little money. Maybe we will be able to buy him another weapon or another item for his person, but I don't know. I don't know what I think about these battles. All right, we're still sitting on the objective. Support friendly unit. He wants us to go up there. I don't know, man. I really think we should be defending and let them attack us. It's just a little detachment. And the rest of the army is just not doing anything useful. Nothing useful at all. Alright, let's start moving that way. Where are our skirmishers at? I let my skirmishers be out after end of day, so that bug has disappeared my skirmishers on me. So now I'm not going to be able to use my skirmishers anymore. Oh, that's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Let's see if we can do anything to threaten these guys here. We'll use Gardner skirmishers. Okay, hold on. Let's slow this down a little bit. Skirmishers keep circling around. Good old boys, come on up. Gardner, you come on up too, please. Okay, we did complete our objective by getting to the combat zone. Engage at will. Good. That's what I'm doing anyway. Let's see if we can run off the 13th Pennsylvania here. We've kind of got them isolated. think we're about to rout them. Routed them. Alright, skirmishers keep coming. We've got the 9th Pennsylvania over here. Skirmishers keep moving up. This is probably more costly than it needs to be. I'm just ready to win this battle, though. I'm tired of just sitting here speeding up the time clock. Oh, they're laying down, aren't they? Good old boys, do you feel like getting in a bayonet charge? I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's get a better flank on them. Gardner, bring your boys on around over here. Let's get a better flank on these guys. They're holding up pretty well. They broke. Okay. Okay, good old boys. Give them the bayonet, boys. Give them the bayonet. Okay, stop. Okay, just stop. Stop what you're doing. That's enough. Okay, let's get back to the objective. Actually, it looks like the Union is starting to move, so we probably do need to get back on that objective. Yeah, okay, they've had enough. I think that pretty much won the battle, finally put us over the edge there. It's a shame I had to do that, but it looks like the Georgia boys are just going to have to win these battles on their own, apparently. Come on over here and camp on the objective. Who is that over there? That's our detachment. Okay, I was wondering what happened to those guys. Y'all get back over here. Okay. We actually lost more men than they did in that battle, which is disgraceful. But we did win the battle. We did get about 204 prestige from routing, from reaching combat zones. So, very good. I don't know what I think so far. I have come across a couple of bugs, little obvious bugs that I've had to deal with. I don't know what I think about the way that the AI is maneuvering its armies. It's just not believable what I'm seeing so far. It doesn't even seem to match up with what you see in the general gameplay. At least in the general campaign gameplay, the AI actually does things that make sense. I'm not seeing anything that makes sense in these battles so far. So I don't know what I think about that. Jury's out on that. But we did get a little prestige. It's not enough to really do anything meaningful for us here. Maybe I can get another staff member. I can get administration. I can get Lieutenant Colonel Fletcher to help me. He will give me a little help on my administration. Let's go ahead and recruit him. I can also get a quartermaster for 141. He will help me with my supply. Let's get him. We need those things. I don't have any companions left. That used all of my prestige right there to get these staff officers. But oh well. Well, we are making progress. We've managed to win two battles with the Army of the Shenandoah. It's kind of been a disaster so far for the Confederacy. But I'm going to go ahead and let's see if we can go ahead and save our progress there. Let's see. Call this Duke 2. Okay. We'll save our progress. All right. Well, it's pretty interesting. We're going to go ahead and call the end of this stream here. I will get this uploaded to my YouTube channel. If you are watching on Twitch, I appreciate you hanging out with me with our Whiskey and Lemonade playthrough with Lucas Beauregard Duke, the good old boy from Hazzard County, Georgia, and his Hazzard County volunteers. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel. That is Mechawatt on YouTube. If you have not seen my YouTube channel, I will have this as an ongoing series there. You can watch the entire series from first to end. You can also go watch my previous series with Lucas Beauregard Duke that I have got saved as its own playlist on my YouTube channel. Please go check it out. Please drop a like and a subscribe. And I appreciate it, everybody, and I will see you next time.